This is Kathy from Gadget Stop 321, and in today's video I'm taking a look at my daily journaling setup. Now, when I say daily journaling, I mean once or twice, sometimes maybe 3 times a week. I'll come up to my study and journal a little A5 size page, and this is the setup. It took me a little while. I decided that I wanted to start back journaling, but it took me a little while to decide on exactly what notebook, what pen, what ink I wanted to use. And I'm really happy with what I finally settled on. Um, I've used an A6 size, which is about half this, turned the other way, for journaling, and that worked really well for me for a while. And I considered that maybe something like a Hobonichi or something like that, but I didn't want to buy anything new. I've got so many notebooks and stuff, so I went through what I had and I decided on this Kokuyo Systemic Notebook and cover. I really like this. I really like this layout, and I like that I can switch up what notebooks I use. I've got several of these little Apica 52 page notebooks, and so I decided to use them. What I One of the things I like about this notebook cover is that it's like the Swiss Army knife of notebook covers. It's got this little, almost like a folder on this side that you can use as a folder, or you can use it to hold a notebook. It can hold a notebook or a tablet. You can slide a tablet in there. So this is the notebook that I'm currently writing in. It's a 52 page Apica grid, and then on this side this folds out and you've got another one of these folders that you can put a notebook or a tablet in. And so when I fill this one up, I will switch over to this one, and that's what I kind of like. That I've found that, you know, big, thick, chunky notebooks are satisfying. They're just, fun to hold, and, I'm sure it's satisfying to fill one up. I've filled up a Hobonichi journaling before, and that, I had a real sense of accomplishment when I finally filled it up. But I also like switching things out and starting something new. So having these smaller notebooks, you fill them up faster. And then I've got back here, there's another, it's the canvas folder, and it's got 3 little credit card size folders. That this is just a kind of a used, I started a notebook that I was going to bullet journal in several years ago. Now it's just scratch paper. So 3 little thin notebooks in this give you a nice chunky but not overly cumbersome notebook. It's this cover is a canvas material, and it's got a pocket in front, pocket in back. It's got a strap that you can pull around here. I just keep it in the back. I think it's nice to have in the back. If you put some papers in here, then this strap will keep them from falling out. I like my little elastic pen holder, pen loop that fits my Pilot Custom 74 perfectly. And I like that I have the pen loop, but I don't keep my pen in it because I just keep my journal here at my desk. But it took me a little while to decide on which pen I wanted to use too, but this is one of those pens that I've kind of settled in to an ink that I love using in it. And so I've got my pen inked up with Diamine Earl Grey, and I just love how it looks. It's not, just super dark black, but it's not a real pale gray, and I just love how it looks on the page. And you notice I'm only writing on one side. And I think it's because when I go back to read, this is a journal that I want to go back and reread and reminisce. I don't want it just so much. I don't know. I don't want it to be so overwhelming. And I've done that before in a travel journal, a journal that I took with us on vacation one year. I just wrote on one side of the page. And so this Apica paper is standing up really good to this Diamine Earl Grey, which tends to be kind of bleedy and, feather at times, but it's performing pretty good on this paper. I will do just a brief writing sample. Let's see. I hope this stays in focus. Let's see, today is Sunday. And I just love the feel of this nib on paper. This is just a pen I love to write with. When I start writing, I just can't stop. I mentioned earlier that one of my previous journals was an A6 size. I don't have any trouble filling up a A5 size page with writing. With this pen, I just love to write. And it's just so smooth. This was the second gold nib pen that I ever bought, and this is the pen that when I put the nib on paper, I thought, yeah, this is what people are talking about when they talk about smooth, soft writing gold nib pens. And so this is just my journaling setup. This is something that I am super happy with. I've had setups before that I journal for a little while and then I'm already looking forward to trying something new. This is a setup that I think I'll be content with for a while and that I look forward to writing. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.